So we still have some edge problems to take care of in this shot. If you look at the final frame, 109, go to full resolution, and zoom in on the hand, you'll see what I mean. It's a big green edge around the hand. So to get rid of this, we can use an edge mat. To create an edge mat, we just need to pre-compose all the wizard layers together. So to do that, take the green screen out of the way, unlock all these layers, and shift select all the wizard layers except for the shadow mat, and go up to Layer Pre-compose. We'll call this Precomposition Wizard. And we can duplicate this, hitting Control D, and let's rename the duplicate Edge Mat. And solo it. And what we need to do is make a white silhouette with a black background as the first step to making our edge mat. We can do that with the Shift Channel effect. Shift Channels is under Effects, Channels, Shift Channels. To make that silhouette, we just need to take alpha to full on, then change the take red from, take green from, take blue from, all to alpha. Alpha, alpha, alpha. So now we have a white silhouette with a black background. We just need to add one more effect to get the black line we need for our edge mat. And that effect is called Find Edges. And I can never remember where Find Edges is, so I just type it into this Effects and Presets search window. Just type in Find, it comes right up. Double click on Find Edges, and now you have basically an edge mat. All we have to do now is just blur it a little bit to soften those edges up. We can do that with Effects, Blur, Sharpen, Fast Blur. Change that to, say, 4. So a nice soft edge. So let's unsolo that, and we're going to make an adjustment layer and use the edge mat as a luma mat to affect the edges. So go up to Layer, New, Adjustment Layers, move that under the edge mat, and we're going to rename this Edge Fix Adjustment Layer. And set that to Track Mat Luma Inverted Edge Mat. Now it's just going to be, whatever effects you apply to this adjustment layer are just going to affect the edges of the wizard. So let's turn off the background for now. And the first thing we're going to fix is this green hue. So select our Edge Fix Adjustment layer, and the effect we're going to use for that is Hue Saturation. That's under Color Correction, Hue Saturation. Let's see if I can find it here. Hue Saturation. So now we're going to set this to the greens, because we're going to want to get rid of the greens. And let's crank up the green saturation and see what this effect is doing right now. And right now it's not doing anything, because we need to adjust the channel range to affect the greens that are actually in the edges of the wizard. So we're going to want to expand out the range of greens that it's affecting by pulling this slider out. See, now it's affecting something. We're going to also want to slide out the center of it too. And then we can adjust these other settings to get the look we want. Let's start by adjusting the green hue. Let's change that to 325 to change the hue that it's adjusting the color to. And then let's bring down the green saturation to about 69. And it's looking better. We're also going to want to increase the green lightness a bit to about 78. And there we go. So that's fixing our problem, it looks like. So the only other thing we want to do is also, let's add a blur to this adjustment layer too. Going under Effects, Blur, Sharpen, Fast Blur. That'll blur up these edges and make them look even nicer. Set that blur to 2.5. 2.5, not 25. There we go. That's looking very nice. So let's turn the background back on. But what happens is it's affecting the background in kind of a weird way. See that glowy red edge? So to fix that, we're going to want to pre-compose the edge fix and the wizard to a separate composition. So let's select the wizard, the edge fix adjustment layer, and the edge mat, and pre-compose that. Go up to Layer, Pre-compose. Let's call this Wizard Fixed. Click OK. There we go. So now you've learned how to make an edge mat to fix your layers.